and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of the 2011 Braintrust competition, organized jointly by the Mauritius College of the Air and the Rotary Club of Port Louis. We have reached our 11th preliminary round, and so far the journey has been packed with innovative ideas and eloquent speakers. Indeed, it has been a journey of discovery, of talent, of expression. So, what do the participants have in store for us today? We will find out in a while, as first, we welcome in our midst a college which provides an inspiring environment to its students who have managed to distinguish themselves from the pack. They are confident, eager to learn, and they believe that education is not preparation for life, but it is life itself. Let's welcome Loreto College QPIP. At this stage in our competition, there is no more room for mistakes, and we have a panel to ensure that these students give the very best of themselves. Let me introduce to you our jury members: Mr. Raj Desai, Rotarian; Mrs. Vandana Vagji, friend of Rotary; Mr. Shamsiban, who is also our chairperson for the day, Rotarian. They will be assessing your presentation, and also we have with us our lovely timekeeper for this season, Naomi. May I remind you girls that you will be judged based on the following criteria: understanding of the topic and relevance of the presentation, analytical ability and inclusion of supporting factual evidence, originality and practicability of solutions made, presentation, teamwork, and time management. The topic for today is the value of history. Having such a thought-provoking topic at hand, our participants had only 45 minutes to prepare their presentation, and they had to strictly follow the no-contact rule. Participants, you will be given 11 minutes for your presentation. After 10 minutes, a gong will be heard to indicate that you have only 1 minute left. You will hear the gong twice after 11 minutes to herald that your time is over. So, let's not delay this any further. Are you ready, girls?
Yes.
Okay, your time starts with the gong.
Members of the panel, teachers, friends, timekeeper, a very good afternoon. We are the Loreto College QPIP Braintrust Team 2011. I'll now introduce the members of my team. I'm Cindy, the timekeeper, Sheba, our team leader, Karishma, Hasna, and Beatrice. Now I leave the floor to Sheba, who will introduce the topic.
Mauritius is the key of the Indian Ocean. Our island has gone through various periods of colonization. The Dutch left Mauritius in 1710, and the island remained unoccupied until the French came to take possession of the island in 1715. Finally, the French lost the Battle of Grand Port against the British people. We cannot deny the fact that history is power. A country whose history is highly attractive, readily accessible, and easily assimilable will enjoy enormous historical influence in the world. Hence, it becomes important for us to preserve our historical sites. A certain man, notorious in history, once said that when he heard the word history, he reached for his revolver. Many people react unfavorable to this word because they associate it with snobbery about art and literature. We note that the history of Mauritius is fading. This is very serious. What do you think, audience? I hope you all agree with me. We should, however, take cognizance of the fact that many Mauritians nowadays are not fully aware of the history of Mauritius. This is because they believe that history is not essential. Instead, they focus more on future and other activities, such as the technology. They concentrate more on the family life, professional life. Mauritians are not aware of the history since there is a lack of government will to promote the history of our island. The government concentrates more on the economic development rather than promoting the history of our island. As such, the Mauritian people as well do not value history. I now leave the floor to Karishma.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th century is endorsed with an unusual history of 1,000 years of love and suffering, of value and treachery, of faith and folly, of assimilation and absorption, and of growth and development of a new culture in different parts of the world. Our history is marked by an open conflict between reason and blind faith, between science and religion, between tradition and modernity, and between communal feelings and tolerance. It must be remembered that Mauritius was already a land of many religions during the period of colonization. Therefore, this country presents a most unique mosaic of culture, a cultural kaleidoscope of which attracts people of other countries because of harmony in which we lived since years. The 19th century social and religious movements inculcated a sense of morality and patriotism among Mauritians. Traditionally, Mauritius has been extremely self-assured. In our country, the Mauritian cultural identity is most profoundly felt. Even a Mauritian who has lived abroad for many years and has pledged allegiance to another flag remains essentially Mauritian. Our Prime Minister liked quoting the superb saying according to which, I quote, "We came by different ships, but we are now in the same boat. If we can't live together, we will sink together." End of quote. So, Stephanie, do you think it is worthwhile to promote our country's history?
The question of which we Mauritians should seriously ponder over is if it is really worthy to promote the story of our country. One of the biggest achievements of our island, yet done by the government and the Ministry of Education in teaching story at primary, secondary and tertiary level, the press also has a pivotal role to play. More debates should be generated on this interesting historical issue on TV and on radio. Educational programs focusing mainly on the story of Mauritius should also be encouraged to be broadcasted on TV. Education should keep on fulfilling that need for knowledge of our story.
Indeed, it is very important that everyone should know about the history of his country. It is fundamental for an individual to know his roots, as it creates a strong sense of belonging and demonstrates how great is his pride to the Mauritian community. It is a way to inculcate a sense of morality and patriotism amongst Mauritians. History also inspires the people. We Mauritians have a strong sense of unity and solidarity about Mauritius as a nation, as our nation. For example, the government has shed more light on our exquisite beauty known as the Bataille Naval, which was held at Mabel, and also the Aprovasi Ghat. My team presumes that more activities like this should be put forward. Our asset is that we are more than bilingual. Unlike other countries with being fluent in both English and French languages, including Oriental languages.
Dear audience, how can we forget that interesting point that John Kennedy has highlighted? Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Parents must take the initiative to talk about history to their children as soon as they reach the level of understanding. It shows that we as citizens have our role to play to focus more attention on that main topic of interest. Who knows not that Mauritians' greatest leisure place is going to seaside? Instead, when they plan their family outing, they can also choose to go to museums and other places commemorating what happened in the country in the former days, when the French, British and Dutch were ruling the country. These places marking our story should send visitors agog with delight.
It may therefore be appreciated that this new millennium holds several challenges which we will have to meet through suitable evolution of our development strategy. What Mauritians need to guard against is a world view that focuses predominantly on the Western culture. History is a golden gift to all human. Thus, we should value it and transmit it to our forthcoming generation. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we know that increased importance should be given to the history of Mauritius, whatever our culture and race.